GM, welcome back to the channel. In this one, we're taking a look at Bitcoin with an update here. We've also got the TAO hack that has occurred in the last 12 hours and some DeFi news as well. So stick along till the end. Subscribe if you're new. Let's jump in. So BTC is seemingly unable to sustain a pump here. So yesterday we got all the way up to 63.5, rejected. 62.5 was kind of a line in the sand I wanted to see hold, nuked straight through that, and then today we're down to 60,400, which is pretty depressing due to the fact the stocks just keep ripping higher. Nasdaq is now over 20,000. Loads of companies pushed new all-time highs yesterday, Microsoft, I believe Apple as well. So yeah, the stocks are ripping and we are bang at range lows yet again. So whether or not we hold the range lows, I kind of would imagine with the other markets doing so well, that it'd be very unusual for us to actually break down from the range lows. But this seems to me like maybe there's bad news coming and insiders are in the know. But yeah, Bitcoin down to range lows. You're seeing things like this. So a whale's deposited over 160 mil in BTC to Binance, deposited 1,700 Bitcoins last night, and then about 1,000 more in the last 45 minutes here. So they are dumping it down, minus 3% on Bitcoin in the last 24. Mr. 100, so we go from bad whale to good whale. He has been stacking, but quiet over the last 4 or 5 days here, but has been stacking quite furiously through this kind of range low period around 61k. So it'll be interesting to see if he comes back online with the events taking place today and Bitcoin back to what would seem like value territory to that guy. Quick update on the ETF flows. They have been positive over the last few days. Yesterday was actually an outflow, but since the week prior, when everything was out, we had some positive inflows to start the week off. Eric Balchunas states he was surprised to check in on the Bitcoin ETFs and see they actually had positive net flows on a daily, weekly, and monthly. Was expecting worse since Bitcoin fell 10k. So that is kind of silver lining. Price down quite a lot, but the outflows weren't all that great, he's saying. So what is happening with Bittensor TAO this morning? So this one has caught my attention. It is on my watch list for AI plays and is probably one of the best plays on the market, yet we have a bit of FUDs and a reason for price to fall here, the fact there has been a wallet hack. So I've been trying to dive into what is the issue around here. And so this is the following information. Bittensor wallet got hacked for 8 mil. In response to this, they have halted the network and prices dropped around 15%. Then this coming in, 2 validators have been affected. So TAO Stats and Corcel is one, and Datura. Both of those, as you can see, the amount of TAO staked with them has dropped significantly. So it would seem like maybe one of their wallets a piece have been compromised here, and hence you have a hacker with coins dumping them on the markets, and these guys presumably have lost some individuals' coins because these are validators people will be staking with. I did see that TAOvalidator.com has confirmed they are unaffected by the hack. Funds are safe-u, and so this has made people quite happy who are staking with them. But do check out the Twitter feed of your various validator, go into their Discord, their Telegram, whatever they've got, and see what is happening. But this does actually kind of highlight that unless there's really extreme incentives to stake, the smart contract risk and the third-party risk for staking isn't often really worth it, to be honest with you. So what we're seeing here now is TAO go back to the kind of bottom of its range here around 220. So this should be an area where it would bounce naturally anyway, but of course a long way down from the highs of $700 there. So all-time high 757, down almost 70% from the Pico top there, which is pretty damn crazy for TAO. So this would obviously be a value territory for the token at this price point, so that is worth bearing in mind. Update from one of the core contributors stating we have contained the attack and put the chain into safe mode, so blocks are being produced but no transactions are permitted. We're still mid-investigation and considering all possibilities, so stay tuned. Then down the bottom, ZachXBT confirmed in a Telegram a wallet was drained of 32,000 TAO, worth approximately 8 million at that time. So Bitcoin down and a TAO hack to boot. Any more bad news? there is a little bit more here. Lots of ETH ecosystem and ETH betas straight nuking today. So we have the ETH ETF coming up, but another one from Look On Chain here. A big whale or institution has sold a load of ETH beta exposure, Lido, Aave, Uni, and Frax. So they had previously bought these and now are selling them at a loss, spending 73 mil around the SEC approval of the ETH ETF, the kind of green light for it to occur. But now in the run up to the actual go live date, they've been selling these tokens, so transferring them to exchanges and dumping them down. As you can see, a load of these tokens here are down quite significantly over the last 7 days, double-digit losses. And so you can see the whales often don't play the game particularly well either. This is the Lido token, which has straight up dropped a bit like a stone. Market cap is just 1.5 billion. The amount of ETH staked, ironically, has been going up and up and up. This is one of the biggest beneficiaries of that. This has to be somewhere near value territory at this moment in time when you look at the chart like that. So during this period, more and more ETH has been staked with Lido, but the price has gone down and pretty much all tokens are now circulating. Jump have dumped all their tokens. Canav left as the guy in charge of Jump trading. It was a bit of a meme that he was just dumping it every time it would look like it was going to break out. He's gone. I think they've sold all their tokens. So maybe not a bad risk reward for some Boomer DeFi here. Another bit of Boomer DeFi just to cover Curve DAO token, CRV. Obviously, their kind of reputation is down the pan with Michael being liquidated on his bag, and the price is just at its new all-time low pretty much, 28 cents. There is obviously a low from when it first came out that is beyond this, but this is printed a new all-time low. So it does actually make me think that maybe it's not a bad spot to pick some up, to be honest with you, at least for a mean reversion play. And state Y curve. So this is Yearn Finance's Y curve, which if you want the benefits of curve, you need to stake it, but you need to stake it for 4 years, which isn't ideal as, you know, in crypto, you're pretty much living in dog years. So 4 years is pretty much an eternity. Well, with Y curve, you can keep it kind of liquid. You take on the smart contract risk and the peg risk here. So obviously there's those factors, but you can just buy Y curve, stake it in their vaults here, and over a 4-week period, you get to the max booster. This is the baseline, but the max booster after 4 weeks, somewhere in around that region, which is a very big number. And this pays you out in stablecoins, the CRV USD stablecoin. So you're going to get a lot of curve exposure there. Do your own research, but the actual APR is rather tremendous. Then into more newer DeFi, we have Kujira now today trading on Kraken, which is a big relief and a big milestone for Kujira. So very happy with that as a Kuji bag holder. We'll just finish off on this. When ETH ETF, Nate has posted an update here. He says it looks like mid-July. Amended S1s are due by July 8th. Potential filing of the S1 by July 12th. Theoretically, this could mean launch week, the week starting July 15th. So we are potentially less than 2 weeks away from the ETH ETF, and yet the market is in pretty much range low territory. Bitcoin at range lows. ETH not looking particularly healthy there either. Stocks at all-time highs. What a crazy recipe. I'll leave you with that. Subscribe if you're new. Check out the link down below for the Blockmates meal deal. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Here we have Gary, a lonely ape. He scavenges for alpha and navigates crypto alone. But this degen knows that in order to win, he must find a tribe. What's that? The smell of a meal deal, where fellow apes congregate and help each other succeed at trading by talking tactics and decision-making. The apes enjoy Blockmates alpha and content. They chat, share ideas, and celebrate each other's wins. There's research reports on emerging trends, educational video content, live token tracking, and portfolio management tips. Gary knows this is special. Everything is here. DeFi, meme coins, macro, GameFi, and tons more. With monthly and yearly subscriptions, Gary knows Blockmates will elevate his degen journey. The meal deal allows him to digest premium content, join others, and be accepted as part of a collective community, taking his crypto knowledge to new heights. No longer will he risk being eaten by greedy whales or predatory KOLs. These apes are stronger, together. Be like Gary. Join the meal deal today at blockmates.com.